Before I get into the main talking points of the video, there's just something I quickly want to address, and that is these behaviors that I'm going to talk about is just plain unattractive to everybody. So it's unattractive to the girl that you like. It's unattractive to the lads that you hang around with. It's unattractive to your family members, and it's unattractive to your work colleagues. And to be fair, if a woman was exhibiting these behaviors towards you, I'm pretty sure it'd be a massive turn off for you as well. So let's get into the video. I want you to notice that I didn't say complaining, I said chronic complaining, because at the end of the day, you are going to come across things that just piss you off. That is life. There is nothing wrong with ventilating your feelings. You could say it keeps you sane. What I'm talking about here is chronic complaining. Is behavior that is done day in and day out. You could say somebody who's a chronic complainer has a victim mindset. And if there is one thing that makes a woman dry, for lack of a better word, it's a guy with a victim mindset. And we're not talking dry here, we're talking bone dry. Think granny panties. To put it another way, she ain't going to Victoria's Secrets anytime soon and buying that lingerie. Chronic complaining is a massive, massive turn off for women. And let's just talk about life here in general, because to succeed practically in any domain of life, whether that's with women, whether that's in business, whether that's in the weight room, you simply can't have a victim mindset. You have to have an internal locus of control. And what that basically means is that you focus on the things that you have influence over. Because if you don't, this world will just drive you mad because there are plenty of things outside of your control. And the very, very good example of this is a guy that bitches and complains that his favourite sports team has lost the game of football. But here's the thing, the spectator, the guy watching the game, has zero control over the outcome. Number one, he isn't on the field playing. Number two, he isn't managing that team. So there's nothing that he can do. So why get emotional? Why let it bother you? Why let it even move the needle? Do you get what I'm saying? And before I move on to the next point, there's a quote attributed to Buddha that I want to share with you. And it goes something along the lines of that the root of all suffering is attachment. And while that quote is a little bit too absolutist for my liking, what I will say is that there is an element of truth to it. And this leads me perfectly on to the next point. Just so we're on the same page, let's define neediness. Because my definition of neediness is somebody who needs constant validation and constant attention. And here's the thing, right? This behavior is not only unattractive to women, it's unattractive to everybody. There's nothing worse than being around somebody whose hand you constantly have to hold. It's emotionally draining. And let's just go back to dating here and talk about, let's say, the initial stages of dating. And let's say you're texting a girl, right? Back and forth, you're going at it. You're texting her, she's texting you back. The responses are in a reasonable amount of time. And then all in a sudden, she just ghosts you. I've been there, it hurts because you often take it personally. But here's the thing, right? Nobody has a 100% win rate. You win some, you lose some. And dating is a competition, whether you like it or not. It is a competition. If she's a good looking girl with a half decent personality on her, She's probably got other guys texting her, and sometimes you'll lose out to other guys. This is just the reality of dating. It's the reality of any competition. Anybody that has played sports will tell you that you don't win every game. It's the same for video games. Even in that domain, even in the virtual world, you don't win every game. You win some, you lose some. So all you can do when dealing with women, especially the initial stages, is just put your best foot forward. If you win, fantastic. If not, there's plenty more fish in the sea. It's about having an abundance mindset because let's be honest, there are billions of women on this planet. And to be frank with you, if a woman is rejecting you and it's really, really bothering you, then that's a self-esteem issue. And in this video here, I'll put a link in the description. I basically said that the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. And the reason why is because it impacts all other relationships. When you get a minute, check that video out. I'm not going to come on here and say that looks don't matter because to a degree looks do matter because whether you like it or not, we are all judged on our appearance. It's human nature. But here's the thing. You don't want to become obsessed with your appearance. You don't want to be the bodybuilder guy that can't stop looking at himself in the mirror. You don't want to be that clav guy on the internet that's bone smashing. You don't want to be Patrick Bateman from American Psycho that's obsessed with the way he looks. There's a very fine line between caring about your looks and being obsessed with your looks. And being obsessed with your looks turns women off. It turns most women off big time. Anyone with an ounce of self-awareness at some point or another will probably come to the conclusion that they are far from perfect. They have imperfections. They have a light side, they have a dark side. So with this knowledge in hand, it just makes sense that you treat people according to their behavior. Not because they're pretty, not because they look good, not because they smell nice, but due to the behavior. Yet you have guys that put women on a pedestal. You have guys that put women above themselves. And quite frankly, it's a self-esteem issue. And they often pick up on this. They kind of see it as you not respecting yourself. And if we look at it purely from a logical perspective, right? If you don't respect yourself, why should she respect you? It starts with you. And again, let's look at this purely from a logical perspective because she's far from a goddess. Number one, she shits on a regular basis. Number two, she farts, burps, and sweats on a regular basis. And number three, she bleeds every 21 to 35 days due to a period. She ain't special. She ain't a goddess. And in fact, you shouldn't put anybody, man or woman, on a pedestal because they are human just like you.